25-yard line.
That's it. Right to the 3.
Coming tight. 3 down. Check 50. Check 50.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Cliff.
Stay home. Stay home.
Great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Well, a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to DJ Moore. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
What is?
40's Mike.
Great.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. McCaffrey with a first down and more. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 31 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Yellow. Here we go.
7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
Behind. Leave it. Bring up 48. Ready. Watch the out.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
You got 3 down.
Gun.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
8. Gun.
Now it's Newton. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Kentrell Brothers. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On third down, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Trey Boston up to make the tackle. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He'll have it first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Now Newton, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Here I come. 8.
From the gun, here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Sherrills. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, now this from 43. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Listen to me. I got him. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Cousins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Cousins throw complete to Thielen, extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. He scored on the ground and through the air. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And they got the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. 14, Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
11 yards and a Panther 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. D. Tighten up. Check, check. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. I'm coming for you.
McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wright's got it. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Great. Great.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jarius Wright, 44 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
54 Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Again, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Rush in. All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 53 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. That's caught at the 3. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing here, Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Express! 54. Watch 54. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Now it's Newton. Flushed out, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Sherrill's on the return. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. On first down, this is McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Panthers have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, I might. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run with Mack. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw complete there. Rodgers. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time, and that'll bring up second down. Complete to Rodgers. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Brissett sets to throw it. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's at the 50. The 30, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1.
I got it. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Alert.
They'll look to run with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. On 2nd and 7, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Brissett from the gun on third. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but here, let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
At the 43-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got one.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
He's going to go deep for Funchess. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On 1st and 10 is counter. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
A 7-yard pickup.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
That's it. Big hit.
Like 80.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's Hines. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Charlie. 26 months. Defense wins champion.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. To throw is Kelly. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got Rodgers. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I know they got the 1st down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.